if I had to name the top 10 athletes in my life who have put a smile on my face more consistently than this guy, he's at the top of the list. I mean, seriously. He is a 100% dog when he goes about his business, and the Los Angeles Rams have already known that, I am sure, and fans will certainly learn it. One of the best in the history of the University of Michigan. Now with the Los Angeles Rams, Blake Corum here on the Rich Eisen Show. How are you, Blake?
I'm blessed, man.
Yes, you
Woke
are.
up this morning, got me a little workout in, and now I'm on the Rich Eisen show. Life can't get better than this.
Listen, and I feel the same way. And I just remember, might have been was it around this time last year, or probably was a little bit earlier than that you phoned in to say I'm coming back to Michigan. So it was probably earlier on in 2023 when you were kind enough to choose this show as a forum to announce that you were coming back. And I imagine you came back and envisioned what happened in the last year, Blake, right? When you look back
Oh,
on that decision?
yeah, I believe it was a little earlier, but 100%. I mean, who knew? Who could have written a better story than that? Coming back, getting a degree first of all from the best university in the world, and then
Nice.
going to war with your teammates and bringing the natty home. I mean, come on, man. It doesn't get better than that at all.
Now, one of the moments I have yet to ask you, and you've been on the show since winning the Natty, as you said, and I bring it up because I spoke to Kevin Stefanski yesterday, coach of the Browns, because he's the one who drafted Zach Zinter, and I asked about Zach and how he's doing, and he brought up the moment against Ohio State in the Big House when he went down, and then you scored afterwards, and you flashed his uniform number at the camera. What was that moment like for you, Blake?
Yeah, that was one of my most favorite runs, just because I could feel what Zach was going through. Because if you look back, a year previously, I was kind of going through the same thing, like planning on going to the NFL. Was having a great career, a great year. And then boom, all of a sudden, the sport we play, you can go down at any second, and I did, and then that happened to Zach, and so I felt for him. But I knew it was too big of a game to, allow that to mess with your head. We just had to come back and play for him. And next thing you know, very next play, the offensive line do what they did. I kind of baited the safety in to make him think I was going right, came back left, and, headed to the pylon. And it was just a natural reaction to throw up a 6'5" for my boys. That, I didn't plan it before or anything like that. Didn't even know I was going to score. But it was a natural reaction. Just shout out to Zach Zenner. He had a heck of a career at Michigan.
And apparently, and again, the coach said he's doing well, so that's an update for you on that front. Blake Corum here
Nice.
on the Rich Eisen Show. Walk me through your draft experience, Blake. Where you were and what happened.
Yeah. I was at the Salamander Resort. Thanks to Dr. Sheila Johnson. She hosted a beautiful party for me and my family, friends, and the process was crazy. Right after you win a natty, you go train for the combine, and you go to the combine, and you go to pro day, take visits and whatnot and things like that. But going into day two, I knew I was most likely going day two,
Mm-hmm.
and whether they're in second or third round, I had no idea whatsoever where I was going to go. There weren't many running backs going, so the heart, started beating a little bit. But for me, I knew I was going to end up in the right position. And when the Rams called, Mr. Snead, I talked to Coach McVay, Coach LaFleur, and Coach Ron G. When I heard them on the phone, I'm like, you know what? Who could have written a better story than this? I started playing football at 6, and I played for the Falkier, the FYF Rams. That was my first team ever. And now I'm with the LA Rams, and it's been wonderful ever since I've gotten here.
Well, you already have a win in Southern California. We know that. I was personally witness to that moment in the Rose Bowl. But were you aware that you were on the Rams radar screen at all, Blake?
Yeah, I did. I had, you can do like Zoom calls
Sure.
and stuff like that leading up to the draft. And the week before the draft, I had a call with Coach Ron G. And just a great down to earth human being, man. I love, learning from him. I love him being my coach right now. It's been phenomenal the last month. But we had a great phone call, and after that, I'm like, okay, now the Rams are kind of, on the radar, and I didn't think I was going to end up here. I really did had no idea, but I'm glad I ended up here, man.
I'm sure, because this offense and Sean McVay's running of it and the creation of it with the coaching staff is second to none. What can you tell me or anybody else that you're able to share about what your role is going to be in this offense?
Yeah, I think they're just going to use me a little differently than Michigan did. I was more so a bell cow for Michigan, where I was running the ball 20 plus times a game, right? It didn't really
Mm-hmm.
catch the ball much, but obviously you see how they use Kyron, who was a great running back. So I think they're going to kind of use me like a regular 3-down running back. A guy that can catch, pass pro, and run the ball. Something Coach Ron G tells us is, no block, no rock. So we take blocking here seriously. And so they want a guy that can do it all, and I can do that for them. But like I said, it's been a great month. OTAs. Just learning the offense and how disciplined and precise, Coach McVay, Coach LaFleur are when it comes to this offensive scheme, and it's been great, man.
What do you got? Have you gotten a glimpse of Coach McVay's diamond like mind and being able to remember stuff? You got something like that already, Blake?
It's unbelievably, like, it's crazy. How smart and intelligent he is, and how he can just remember things, on the top of his head. You can just tell he's a genius as a head coach, but he's really an offensive just guru.
Any similarities between him and Harbaugh at all?
Total opposite. Total total opposites in terms of personality. I think they're both great coaches.
Sure.
But they're definitely total opposites. But I love Coach McVay's energy. He's positive. He's consistent. He's bringing the energy each and every day. Growth mindset. Even as one of the greatest coaches in the NFL at this point. So, I love playing for him. I'm excited to strap up and actually play for him. But I love going through these OTAs and playing for Coach McVay.
And anything that you think Michigan prepared you for this next level? What do you got?
100%.
What do you have?
100%. I think what Michigan prepared me for was just being where my feet were. Taking it a day at a time, and that's kind of what I'm doing here. Just being where my feet are, taking it a day at a time, like going into each meeting, each practice with the growth mindset, understanding that, hey, I might make a mistake today, but I'm gonna grow from it, and I'm gonna learn from it, from the good and the bad. Also, I think just coming from a kind of like a pro style offense, playing under center, playing in a pistol and things like that, prepared me for what we've done with this offense so far, what I've learned. And so, and just being a Michigan man, just a good, down to earth human being, So, I think Michigan definitely, prepared me for this position.
And I love, by the way, that you're wearing 22. Did you try to wear 2? Did you try to get that?
I didn't try. They hit me up and told me what numbers were available, and 22 made the most sense. 2 was taken.
Oh.
And I was like, you know what? Let's just add another 2 to that thing,
I like it.
Deuce.
I like it. Deuce. That makes sense. And because I know Coach Sharon Moore was using you a little bit differently in the college football playoffs and towards the end of the season. There were a couple plays in the Rose Bowl, for instance, like uncorked, where you were doing some things that I hadn't really seen you do very much as tendency breakers. Is that the sort of stuff you're going to be doing a little bit more now, you think, in this Rams offense and professionally, Blake?
Yeah, I think whatever they ask me to do,
sure.
I'm capable of doing. Like, I think going into the draft, something I wanted to prove to scouts and the coaches that were watching was, I'm a 3-down back. I can catch the ball, even though I didn't really catch the ball much at Michigan besides the Rose Bowl. But I caught the ball, sophomore year. I wanted to show them I could do that. And so I think, the coaches saw that. I definitely, will be catching the ball. I think they're just going to use me as, a 3-down back, someone that can do it all. And so, for me, I'm just gonna do whatever they ask me to do because I know I'm capable of doing, everything.
Any sort of brain picking with Stafford that you've been able to have so far, Blake?
I haven't, sat down with Stafford and picked his brain.
Right.
But let me just tell you this: his ball placement, his IQ, and phenomenal quarterback. It's crazy, how he puts the ball where no one else can get it. It's absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, he's a great man.
What do you mean? Give me a little bit more on that, Blake.
I mean, he just the way he can, look this way, but throw the ball this way. It's just, it blows my mind. It blows my mind. But that's why he's he's been in the league so long and been great at what he does for so long, man. It's exciting, being in the backfield with Matthew Stafford.
Yeah, and obviously with what you just described about him, and then McVay, and then you talk to Cooper Kupp, and he sounds like McVay, right? Like you must feel like you're like in a sort of like a football graduate class right now. You know what I mean? Like after your tenure in Ann Arbor.
Yeah. Man, I tell you what, these players, they're so intelligent and their football IQ is just, through the roof. They're so smart, when it comes to reading defenses, knowing their own plays. Hey, maybe we should do this. Maybe we should do that. So, there's nonstop talk on how we can get better, what's working, what's not working, how can we, fix it. And so, it feels like I'm in a graduate class, every day.
Blake Corum, a couple minutes left with the rookie running back out of Michigan, now at the Los Angeles Rams here on the Rich Eisen Show. You in touch with any of the guys who are also your fellow rookies? Okay. Have you spoken to McCarthy, JJ? Have you connected with him at all?
No, I talked to JJ at the rookie premiere.
Yep.
That was my last time talking to him. But we still have a group chat going on. Those are my brothers for life. So, everyone seems to be doing well, whether they be playing, for the Jets, Eagles, the Bengals. We had a lot of guys go, so everyone seems to be doing well. I'm excited to see how this break coming up goes for them, and then once they put the pads on, how it goes.
Okay, so what is a Michigan championship Michigan player chat like? I mean, what? Give me some insight here. Who's on it?
Yeah. I mean,
who's on that?
It's usually I think on the group chat right now it's everyone that graduated.
Okay.
So all the seniors.
Okay.
Like Trevor Keegan put in the chat. What's everyone doing for the 4th of July? Let's get together.
Okay.
Let's bring our championship rings. Get together and maybe have a little party or something.
I like it.
Just get to catch up.
What's the chat? What's the chat titled? What's the chat called? What's it?
I really don't think there's no title to it. I'm gonna have to go back and add a title to that thing.
What? Should we come up with one?
Title?
Hey, give me one real quick. What do you think we should call this?
Sons of Eisen.
The victors. Victors valiant.
Okay.
No. How about this? Yeah, we beat everybody.
We beat everybody. I like that one, man. I'm gonna have to go back.
Everybody.
Capital and everybody will be all caps.
Yeah, just exactly. But just don't use bet now that you're a pro. Don't do that. We don't need the NFL taking your cell phones and going, what? We don't need that. But we beat everybody, or the victors, or something like that.
About Eisen's sons.
No, it's not about me. It's
really
really about them.
No,
you
love all of them.
Trust me, it's about me when we hang up. But say it again.
Eisen's son.
No, don't worry.
That's not a bad one.
Blake, he loves you all as if you were his sons, bro. So,
100% true.
You have no idea, or you might have an idea.
They're coming to my house July 4th. They don't even know it yet. Just put that in the group chat. Oh,
yeah, I will.
Okay, fantastic. I just looked it up. Jonah Jackson, your teammate, he went to Ohio State. If you talked to him, you mentioned him.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
What do you talk about in the huddle? Do you mention anything like this, or do you just want to talk about it?
We haven't talked about it.
Yeah.
We just have. We kind of just stick to business. But OTAs are finished. Mini camp coming up, so once that's done, we have a little break. I might have to bring it up to him.
I think that's a good idea. Tread lightly, because he's listed at 312 pounds. So tread lightly. And here's what you should do, Blake. You should find out where Harbaugh's parking spot is in SoFi and leave your car there before a road trip. And it's a home game for him. And just say hi. Just leave him a note. What's up?
Yeah.
What's up, coach?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I should, man. I might have to do that.
Yeah, attack that parking spot like an enthusiasm unknown to mankind, Blake. That's what you should do. I've got whose parking spot is better than yours? Nobody's. That's what you should do. Do that sort of thing. Now that you're sharing it, you're sharing the stadium. I'm so happy to see you. I was so thrilled to see you in Los Angeles because I know exactly what this offense is. I know exactly who the coaching staff is. I know exactly about Les Snead. I know exactly about this town. I know it all, and this is just a perfect landing spot for you, Blake. Perfect. I couldn't be happier for you.
It's great, man. I appreciate it, man. Like I said, I've loved it so far, man. Just the culture that, they have already built here. Man, it's just family, man. I love it. I love it so much.
Well, I can't wait to see what you do with the opportunity. Let's chat during training camp if you're willing, and I'll keep an eye on you, and let's keep talking. Let's keep talking. Stay in touch.
Let's get it, man. I appreciate you.
All right, go Blue.
Go Blue.
That's Blake Corum, everybody. He's about to rename the Michigan Championship chat. Either Victor's Valiant or We Beat Everybody. That's your choice. Just let me know. Text me what you decided.
We'll do.
That's Blake Corum, everybody, right here on the Rich Eisen Show, ladies and gentlemen. It's not titled. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.